Well, good morning. No, it's been a while, but thought I'd make a bit of a video talking about why it's been so long and the plans for the future of the bus. I think when the last YouTube video was taken, I was halfway through the Gibb River road trip, did all of Queensland and ended up in a farm in South Oz, which is definitely a bit of a different direction to what I thought would go, but the bus is still going strong. Got a summit touring rooftop now, which has been unreal. And yeah, I guess we'll get into the rear setup and I'll show you the plan. This is how the rear currently looks, literally empty. I'll just boot up CAD real quick before I go any further. I've got no experience in carpentry. That is my very well thought out, drawn setup. So obviously it's gonna have wings on the side too. Plan is 2 drawers, or 3 drawers, and then fridge there, which is big stand-up fridge. That little gap between the fridge there is for a table to slot in, just a Bunnings table, but very simple actually. And I'm just gonna make it so that left bottom drawer, it'll pull all the way out, and then there's gonna be a wooden like base, and that'll have a hole in it, and then that'll give me access to the 3rd row seat well where the battery is. And oh yeah, you can see my expertise drawing here for the base. I'll show you my conundrum. So you'd think using this would be a good template because that's literally the base. Copy, paste, done, all good. No, because I have to account for the thickness of the wood, which I haven't done. I'll show you, but it doesn't fit. I'm gonna take a trim off the back and then we'll see if it fits then. Another thing for this video, half the stuff I'm probably gonna be doing the wrong way. As in, I'll use a jigsaw when I should use a circ saw, or vice versa, or whatever. I've got all the tools and I'm winging it. And I don't know, I jigsawed that whole outline and it's like scratched the edges a little bit, but it'll get carpeted or hidden. So too fussed about the base. Thanks. Wow, I should have used the circ saw. Oh well. Why's everything gonna be so noisy? Okay. Wow. Dang it. That actually turned out way better than I thought it would. It actually fits like, it's dusty, but it fits like perfectly, to be honest. Cool, that's that. Now we'll take the 7-seater out and build a hatch to be able to access that area. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, when I say the 7-seater, there's actually, I'll show you. The 7-seater out, you just leave this pole down, fold that forward, and then pretty sure you just pull it backwards and it comes straight out. So unnecessarily heavy, god damn it. Well, it's really dark now. That's the 90-litre well, and so drawer will be here, pull the left drawer out, and then I'm just gonna do like a sort of square, and then I'll be able to access all the 12-volt stuff and the battery. And I've drawn up the whole, oh, you can't even see it, but that's me. Oh, and it's gonna work. It's gonna be mint, trust me. Well, I don't know about this. Yeah, I wasn't gonna carpet this, but I'm carpeting it. Even though it's just a base and you literally won't see, well, you won't see any of it, to be honest, but I want everything carpeted. ADHD brain got a bit carried away. Definitely not an ideal place to be doing this, but everything's got the contact adhesive on it. Carpet's cut out, and I've made it just so it like overlaps the edges, which should look good. I did a bit of a 1-2 skip a few, but that's the general gist of it. So the second battery will get mounted in there. Wiring will feed up probably under there, into that, and then down there to the front and to the solar. Bit excited and remounted my second battery. Just put nutserts through the bottom of the battery holder. Don't judge the paint job on this. This is a little battery tie down me and the old man made 5 years ago that was supposed to be temporary, but has just lasted forever, so it's staying in. Thought I'd come out here and answer the questions. I'm gonna start by answering pretty much what I get asked every single day. What lift is in it? The total lift is 7-inch, but it's a little bit more than just like body spaces and whatnot. So it's got a 4-inch subframe drop, which is custom made by Patch Formance. It's actually got a 3-inch suspension lift, but that's a combination of 2-inch springs and a 1-inch coil spacer. So that makes the 7 inches together. But
It is running 7-inch shocks, alarms, things like that. Not going to go into the suspension super heavy, but that's the gist of it. Running 37-inch tyres, well 37 by 12.5 17s. The rims are 17 by 9 neg 14 offsets, but it does give a pretty ridiculous amount of poke. I mean, I haven't had any troubles with the police or anything. It's just a bit ridiculous, and you get a lot of mud and stuff thrown at your car, but I think it looks good, so it's worth it to me. The visor is a 70 series Land Cruiser visor, but just sort of snipped. Show you here. I've just trimmed off maybe 30 mil on both edges, just so they're not actually scraping the paint. Forgot the carpet was on the roof. Lucky that didn't fly away. A lot of people are also mentioning the bed setup, and would I go back to having the bed in the back of the car instead of the rooftop, and how I'm finding the rooftop. I never thought I'd actually own a rooftop tent personally, but it's always just been a bit of a decision of mine. And I found Summit Touring, and those guys have just, yeah, well and truly convinced me. It's been an unreal change, and I'm super happy with the product itself as well. But yeah, I ran 2 fans pretty constantly, running that setup in the rear, and it did get real hot, especially in like X-mount, and the fridge humming and just little things. Like, always had great sleeps, but it could be better. Like no real headspace. Whereas in the rooftop, not as secure, not as like discreet if you're free camping. Shouldn't be, but if you do, yeah, I don't know. I guess it comes down to personal preference. In your rooftop, it's not as much security, but you get a nice breeze all night, headroom, and it's just easy. The shiny things on all my windows are from Solar Screens Australia. They're called Solar Shields, but I got them 5 years ago, and they're expensive. They're like $400 or something for the touring set, or maybe 300, but worth every cent. They keep all your car nice and insulated and block out all the light, especially if you're sleeping in the back. You're probably wondering where I've been the last 8 months if you don't really follow up on other socials. Just sort of lost all my enthusiasm for filming and editing. Got to Queensland, did some work there and whatnot, but just didn't really enjoy Queensland as much as I thought I would. And yeah, just had a bit going on, so I've moved down to South Australia now, working on a farm with a guy I met in Queensland. And yeah, absolute legends, and just pretty much building back up, trying to get some money back in the account and keep traveling, I suppose. I'm trying to keep the bus reliable. Like, I've had so many thoughts about potentially selling it, but I think I'm just locked in and going to keep it and make it better and better. A bit of a shout out to all the Pajeros I've been seeing all through TikTok and Instagram. There's some really good builds getting out now. Another thing I get asked quite often is what brands I recommend for certain things, and I don't know, without sounding like I'm trying to promote it just for the sake of promoting it. Yeah, it's hard talking about brands because there's so much I generally recommend, and a lot of people are interested in what I use. And like, I could go on about every single thing. Like, I really rate the Summit rooftop and the Radar tires and Bushkin's bat flat, like just the lot. But as far as all-round camping equipment and what I'd go to as like a one-stop shop, Wild Track have been unreal. Everything they've sent me has just been killer. These chairs, lighting, like just everything. Everything's been awesome. The jump starters helped me out heaps. So without sounding like I'm riding the brand too much, but no, really, really rate their products. And another one's Alltic's lighting. Anything, spotties, light bars, lighting for the back of the car, rock lights. Everything's just been top quality. And yeah, and as far as the build goes, I'm just going to get this rear setup complete over the next few episodes. Hopefully I'll be getting back into the YouTube side of things and recording it all. Hopefully, plan is mid next year, head back to Exmouth Ways through WA, and maybe even a tinny, and get out on the Ningaloo a fair bit and actually use the Padge and probably live out of it, to be honest. I can't really justify spending the $400 a week just to have a roof over my head, so I'd be pretty happy staying at a campsite somewhere for a few months and doing it properly. But until then, lots of building, lots of making things clean and reliable, and just lots of fun. So thank you if you've watched this full video and following along with the adventures and pretty much everything I've done with the car for the last 4 years. And here's to many more bigger and better things. I do have a very cheeky surprise for the bus in the next episode, and it'll be some extras going on that I'm very excited about. So stay tuned with that. Thank you for everything. Cheers, guys.